Hi, Gavin. Would you take a minute to introduce yourself to us today?
Sure. I'm Gavin Doss. I'm a member of the engineering team at Biz360. So I've been here for since the very beginning. And at my previous company, which was a business intelligence company, I worked with two gentlemen named Yumon Sang and Dan Garta. They are the founders of Biz360. That company was highly successful. It went from a startup to a public company, and I really missed the startup atmosphere. So I got in touch with Dan and Yumon to see what they were working on. They told me about the idea of Biz360, and I was really sold on the idea. So I was willing to take the risk of leaving a very well-paying job to start this venture with them.
Excellent. So that's some real passion right there. How do you feel about your decision now?
I think I made the right decision. We're still, Biz360 is still very much a startup company, even though we've been around for a while. So we haven't lost that startup atmosphere.
Obviously, you've been here longer than just about anyone other than the founders. So can you tell us how today, Biz360 of today is different from the company that you came into those years ago?
Well, there's a lot of things different. I mean, the first thing is we have an office, we have customers, we have an incoming revenue stream. When I first started, I was working in a spare bedroom in Dan Carton's house. We had no product. We were building the product, and we were defining a market that didn't exist. So today, that market does exist today. In the early days, I mean, we didn't have any titles. Everyone did everything. Everyone wore an engineering hat. Everyone wore a marketing hat, a sales hat. At some point, about a year after we built the initial Biz360 service, I left the engineering team and I started the operations team. This is the team responsible for keeping the systems and the services up and running, 24/7 job. I hired three sysadmins to work with me on that, and I did that for about 5 years. After that time, I really wanted to get back into engineering, so there was an opening as a product manager had left the engineering team, and I was offered the position to come back into engineering as a product manager. And since then, that product manager role has changed for me. I'm actually back to doing actual engineering work now. So that's what I'm doing currently. Basically, back 10 years ago, it was the traditional media that drove information about companies, about products. Now the power of that is really more in the hands of end users and people, and that I think means more than a professional journalist writing about that. So really, the power is now in the hands of the consumer, and I think companies need to take notice of that, because those are the people who are actually buying their products.
Absolutely. So how do you think social media has affected what our customers are asking from us, what they're demanding from us?
Well, from my perspective, being on the technology side, it's all about the amount of data and how quickly you can deliver the information to them. And things like Twitter really allow information to get out quickly. And so I think the challenge to us is that we need to be able to provide as an all-encompassing view of what is happening at a given point in time.
Great, and that's a perfect lead into my next question. What have we done as Biz360 to keep on the cutting edge of technology, to be serving the most relevant products and solutions to our clients?
In the 10 years I've been here, I would say we've re-architected the Biz360 platform for at least 4 times. The challenge has always been scalability. The amount of data that we're dealing with is constantly growing, and the need to provide that data faster is increasing. So we are in probably our 4th generation of our service, and each time we've hit a wall as far as scalability goes, and we architected a different way to overcome that wall. So I think our technology is very far along, where we're in a position where we can deal with the increasing data requirements as well as the speed requirements of processing that data.
How do you think what we've learned in the past 10 years monitoring other types of media is going to help us really kind of kill it in the social media space?
Well, I think it continues to be about scalability, and how fast you can process the information. With social media, you get maybe shorter blurbs of information, but they're put out quicker. So you still need to get that through the processing pipeline as quickly as possible, and you also need to identify the content, find it, where is it. We have the same challenges. We have the same challenges with traditional media. There's a number of different websites that put news out, and we've had the challenge of trying to get that content into the system as quickly as possible.
Great. Well, that's a very, very helpful overview. Do you have anything else that you wanted to add?
I just hope we're around for 10 more years.
Excellent. Well, I hope we're around for 100 more years. So thank you so much for your time today. We really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gavin.